Szewczaks. It's me, Maja Szewczak. Already February, already Sunday. What is going on? Today we have this mermaid and the bead from Poland, and today we'll be figuring out how to combine these. But first of all, what about the mermaid? This hair is quite long on this mermaid. And I'm not planning to make a mermaid doll today. I'm planning something else, which I have already to figure out throughout the episode. However, you've already seen it in the title. But at the time when I filmed this, I was still figuring it out. Okay, Szewczaks, I've cut the tail of the mermaid. We're not using the mermaid body in this episode. We're just going to use her tail and her leftover pieces. For the translucent thing, I've cut the bottom part of it because it was doing this. And I wanted it to lay as flat as possible. So that way it would be easier for me to figure out what this episode will be about. Okay, so we're doing a display cabinet for Marlene Lollimallow's plates. So the reason why I've cut the thing off this button is so it could be a plate. However, the plate will look a little bit different at the end of the video. And that plate will be displayed in a prominent place on this cupboard. However, how are these going to be used? Well, I'm going to make handles out of the cabochon pieces. So we need the glue for them, and I'm going to glue it in and glue this in. And now we're going to let it dry. I find a packaging from beads. I'm going to make the cupboard with drawers for it, so I have been making sure it all fits with the plastic drawers. So now I can add in the other cabochons that I have cut in half. So after cutting them in half, I'm going to glue them. And this will be decorated later. So keep on watching to see what it comes out in the end. Now it all has to dry, except this. It's going to be a plate. The inside got strawberry drawings. Then the doors of the cupboard, I want to put some oranges on it. I'm going to just use sequin oranges because they don't decompose with glue or anything. And they look brighter and more colorful that way. And they would look more fresh, but I will not use real oranges because that is going to decompose and age really disgusting, which I don't want it to age disgusting. I want it to age nice when I'm going to use it years later. So I'm going to now use the sequins to make the oranges. I have glued a sequin and a bit of the hard glitter, the orange one, because you know it's an orange that we're making. Now it has to dry, but when it dries, I'm going to repeat this at the back side of it. I've added sequins, glitter particle, cut up sequins, and I've made this orange cabinet door, and even at the back. However, it will have to dry. And then I'll fix this one here because the colors are uneven on this orange. So now we have to let it dry. So for the cut up plastics, I'm going with a rose red marker to get it the same color as the plastic I've colored it in. So I'm getting it on the marker, but that's fine. That happened when I was doing the flamingo floaty, the glitter particles for it in like citrus fruit colors. However, this keeps happening, but that's okay. Now I'm going to go with this cosmos color just so it looks more pink, the pink, like I want a balance between red and pink, so that's why I'm adding a little bit of it to the mix. And that flavor I call raspberry because it is giving raspberry. However, it's not really raspberry because it's all plastic. But anyways, you get the idea of what I'm doing. Now it's the time to glue the raspberry here. So we're sprinkling the raspberry mix onto here. Actually, I like this so much, I'm going to get it full on raspberry candy glitter on this side, because I'm going to get this cupboard to be really colorful, but yet have plates in it. So I think I'm going to put it here as well. The rest of that raspberry colored glitter, I'm running out, but that's fine. I may as well try to make more when it dries, or add a different color. I'm going to let this dry and give myself time to think about it. The oranges I did on this store, I'm thinking, should I also do it to this one or something else? Well, the thoughts aren't coming to me just yet. I've decided to open it and add a bit of this gold glitter I've been using in my new dollhouse eyes a lot, and I thought it would also look pretty with the strawberries inside the cupboard. So I'm going to very lightly add it in, as lightly as I do to the eyes. These eyes that I've made out of sequins. Now I'm going to mix. Think I'll cut this off here. That was harder than I thought it would be. But anyways, I'm just going to spread it all over the strawberries. Then I think I'll add a bit of iridescence to it. Like the iridescent glitter. So I'm just going to sprinkle it in and mix again. Then I'm going to let it dry. Since everything is getting really sparkly and colorful, I'm also going to do a similar thing on the plate. I'm going to give it a red and gold glitter background. However, I'm not going to go too far, just a little bit of it. Just a slight effect. So I'm mixing it in with this. Just so it matches the strawberries in the cupboard. And I'm going to mix this before I glue it in. So it does remind me of strawberries, but anyways, let's put it all over the plate and mix again. And time for it to dry, and a bit more thinking time. The range now has transparent flower stickers. They are stronger with glue. I always use this glue on plastic because it makes it more permanent. I have seen things like peeling off glitter on my older dollhouse items that didn't mix the glue into the glitter glue. And because I saw it peeling and this dollhouse item is going to age with time, I want it to stay on even though it's aging in the future, cause all that peeling off made me paranoid that it would be ruined if I touch it too much. So that's why I've been mixing it. This like touching and peeling off things making me paranoid that I'm going to peel it off as soon as I touch it if I don't glue it on with that glue. That's what's been happening. Sorry, I just learned that this works better for permanence and that glue minimizes the risk of things peeling off like glitter glues and things. Some of my dollhouses got aging damage and I'm fixing it, not mold, but they weren't holding up well, so had to go over them again because it's just a health check of dollhouses, and sometimes it needs to be done. It needs to be done, especially with cardboard dollhouses. They don't really last forever. So I've used the glue on the plate and on the door. These flowers I will turn into orange slices once they dry. But I've already put oranges here. Now it has to dry. And All my paranoia made the glue just be used more, but that's fine. It makes it just last longer. Okay, so to the flowers, I've decided to make some of them oranges and some of them vanilla. And you can see the vanilla here at the back of the door. So it's starting to pick up a theme for Marlene Lollimallow anyways. However, the oranges need to dry. And there's the vanilla, it also has to dry, because I wanted to use this brine glitter. Brine is rarely used for doll house items and glitters. So I've seen this brine in Poland, and I bought it because it's rare to see brine and glitter for craft supplies. And it's quite rare to see black. But anyways, let's let that dry. For the drawers, I'm thinking of making those handles look like kiwi carvings, like some sort of sculpture done on kiwi fruit. But it's not going to be real kiwi, because real kiwi would decompose over time and turn really disgusting. And I don't want it to be disgusting when it ages. So I'm just going to do it all in plastic, so it's sequins and beads to not only save it from being wasted, but also make it like a permanent thing. So I'll be adding glue to the sequins. The glue that's going to be for the skin of the kiwi fruit. Now, the skin for the kiwi fruit, how will that be made using non-perishable items? Well, I'm going to say kiwis have like a hairy texture in light brown hair, so the skin looks like it's been covered in light brown hair. So I'm going to fray satin ribbon, and now I'm going to use the mellow gold marker for the color. That's the color. Time to cut it so tiny it's going to look like the kiwi skin. I don't know why this terminology is getting so weird, but that's what I'm doing. So Just cutting it so tiny to the point that I'm just going to show you how it looks like, even though the camera angles are a bit awkward to film this with my camera angles. And it does require real focus in order to get this right. Whatever. It is a little bit satisfying to see it. Come off the frayed satin ribbon. Okay. So that can be a good way of using thread leftovers. Just make sure they're the kiwi skin color if you're doing it. I don't know. Depends on what you're doing, because well, what I'm planning to do is make really tiny kiwis, like the kiwi fruits. So that's why I've been recording long footages of me making things. Well, I have so much fun doing them and talking about it on camera, to the point that I just lose perception of time. Okay, I'm trying to make this look as kiwi-like as possible, if you know what I mean. So now I have added the kiwi skin hairs on it, and yes, I can agree that it kind of looks like a kiwi fruit skin. But anyways, I feel interested in making a doll-house kiwi now. Don't know why. Or something that looks like a kiwi. However, in person it will look more kiwi-like than on camera. But still, I have to let it dry. While the kiwi skin is drying, I'm making a gold kiwi drawer. And I will have to see it with the cupboard. How does that look? The reason I was going for green, but I think yellow fits the oranges and the reds better, even though it's like green is like a more like nature-like color, while those oranges and reds and pinks are more fiery colors. So like fiery colors that are very juice-like colors. So I want to keep the colors juice-like fruit juice colors. So that's why I'm doing golden kiwi drawers with a deep yellow marker. And kiwis have seeds. Now I'm going to use black for the seeds. And with the fine black, I'm just going to dot the drawers and think of this foam adhesive as like a center thing of a kiwi fruit, because it is starting to kind of remind me of a kiwi in a way. However, I wouldn't put those hairs, this kiwi skin hairs on them, because they would look too weird. But maybe on the green ones would look fine, but drawers that look like kiwi would be weird, and I'm not going to do that. Just going to do that to the handles. Hopefully I can make it look good. But anyways, I'll figure out what I can, because Marlene Lollimallow is getting like a really crazy fruity cupboard for her kitchen. So you'll see that at the end. The kiwi skin has dried. Time to apply it to make kiwi sculptures as handles for the drawers. Applied. Time to let it dry. And then I'll set up the scene and conclude the episode. So Szewczaks, that's the finished product of this week's Idea Sunday. It's a fruity and colorful cupboard, in my opinion. What do you think of it? Because I think it's very Marlene Lollimallow. But anyways, time to show you the before and after. And bye Szewczak, see you in another video. Bye.